Hello and welcome. In my previous video on indices, I talked about the three main laws of indices, which was the multiplication law, division, and power rule or law. But before you can solve or master any indices question effortlessly, you must also know these six laws or rules I am coming to talk about in this video. Now, let's start right away. The first law of the other six laws are law 1. It says that any non-zero number raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. So as you can see, example here, a raised to the power 0 equals to 1. Now, this law or this rule, or you can say property, says that any non-zero number, so apart from 0, any non-zero, so let's say we have 5 raised to the power 0. So 5 raised to the power 0 is 1, irrespective of how big or small the number is. If that number is raised to the power 0 is equal to 1, or you can even have negative 2 raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. So you must pay attention to this one. Any non-zero number raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. So you can have 25670 raised to the power 0 is still equal to 1. So this is the first law or property you must know, apart from the three main one I first talked about. Now the second one says the power of product of two numbers. It says that AB all raised to the power n, and then so let me explain that one. It says that let's say we have AB and then the power or the index is n. To expand this one, you are going to write the A and then this power or index you put it on the A, and also the same thing for the B. So AB raised to the power n is equal to AN BN. And example, I can have 5 times 6 all raised to the power 2. And to simplify this one, I'm going to write the 5 and then write power 2 and also write the 6 and write power 2, which means this power is affecting both the 5 and the 6. Basically what this property is talking about. Basically, when we have two numbers and then all of them are in the brackets or the parentheses, the power is affecting not only the B or the A, it's affecting both the A and then the B. The next one is the negative index. So A raised to the power negative n is equal to 1 over A raised to the power n. Now this one simply means, let's say I have 5 raised to the power negative 1. It's the same as 1 over 5. Or I can have 8 raised to the power negative 2. Now, to get rid of this negative sign, I will just write 1 over 8 and then I will bring the index over here. So, sometimes you would like to convert in this way to the fraction form, or you can even be given like this: 1 over 2 raised to the power negative 3. In this one, 1 over 2 raised to the power negative 3. Now, this one is also equal to, you're going to write the 2 up negative 3. But don't forget, before you can do it in this way, you must also bring the negative. So it's like this, and then it's going to be 2 raised to the power 3. So this one, these are the first law, or let me call it property, that apart from the first three laws, which is the multiplication law, the division law, and also the power rule. The first one says that any number or any non-zero number raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. And the second one says that when two or more numbers are in a bracket or parenthesis and all of them are raised to an index, the index affects both numbers in the bracket. And this one is the negative index or the reciprocal. So example, 5 raised to the power negative 6 is also equal to 1 over 5 raised to the power 6. So this is how the first. Now let's also look at the next three laws. Now law 4 says that the power of quotient of two numbers. So this one is similar to the second law. This one says a over b all raised to the power n is equal to an and then bn. Or let's say we have example 5 over 4 and all raised to the power 2. Now this one means that this index, which is 2, is affecting both the 5 and then the 4. So if you want to simplify this and remove the bracket from there, you can write the 5 and then raise to the power 2, and then also write the 4 and raise to the power 2. So basically that's how this, so whether the index is negative or positive, we can also have 3 over 5 all raised to the power negative 3. Now, this negative 3 does not only affect the 3 or the 5, it affects both. So you can write 3 raised to the power negative 3 over 5 raised to the power negative 3. So this is also one rule or law you must know, because knowing this one, it will save you a lot of time. Now, the next one you have is negative power of quotient of two numbers. A, B, all raised to the power negative n. Now, this one too says that whenever you have, example, 4 over 6, and they are raised to the power by a negative number, let's say negative 5. Now, this one, to get rid of this negative, you can you can change the 4 in 6. You can bring the 6 up and bring the 4 down. Now, after doing that, this negative here, this negative over here is going to be getting rid of. So instead of writing the negative again, you write the 5. 4 over 6 has now turned to 6 over 4, all raised to the power 5. And another example too. Let's say we have 7 over 9, all raised to the power negative 3. So this one is the same as you bring the 9 up and then bring the 7 down, and then you change the negative sign to positive. So this is also the fifth law. Now the last one you have over here is the fractional indices, and this one is very, very important. And this one says that any number raised to the power half is equal to the square root of the number, or any number raised to the power 1/3 is equal to the cube root of the number, or any number raised to the power 1/4 is equal to the fourth root of that number. What this one is saying is that, example, any number raised to the power half or 1/2, so 16 raised to the power 1/2. Instead of writing the 1/2, the 1/2 is the same as the square root. So we write the square root and then put the 16 inside. And the square root of 16 is equal to 4. And the same thing implies, let's say we have 25 raised to the power 1/2. It's the same as 25. This half is the same as the square root, and then you put the 25 inside, which will give you 5. And the next one too, it says any number raised to the power 1/3 is equal to the cube root of that number. So that one too, let's say we have 8 raised to the power 1/3 is equal to the cube root. So 1/3 is the same as it can be written like this, 1/3 can be written like this, and then you put the 8 inside, and the cube root of 8 will give you 2. And similarly, 1/4, when any number is raised to the power 1/4, you can write it as the fourth root of that number. So as we see over here, 16 raised to the power 1/4 is equal to the fourth root of 16, which will give you 2. Now, knowing these 6 rules or properties plus the one I first talked about, now you can go ahead and then solve any question on indices. So on my next video, I'm going to combine all these rules or properties that I have explained over here into a likely examinable question. So don't forget to like this video, comment and subscribe for more videos ahead. Thank you.